The year is 2318. The location, the sky-born metropolis known as Caldoria. The Earth is finally at peace after a long, bloody battle against a few tyrants who sought total world domination. Having learned the hard way the evils of imperialism, the borders began to come down one by one. Finally, in the year 2117, the unified world was realized. Now, all that we have accomplished is being threatened by the power of time travel. Realizing its potential for destruction, the very same Democrats who initiated the building of the time machine immediately discontinued the project once they saw a working prototype. Temporal travel now being a reality, they brought the time machine to a secret location and formed an agency to protect the flow of history. The project, codename Journeyman.
Good morning. Once again, it's another beautiful day here in the peaceful, skyborn metropolis of Caldoria. And unless you've been trapped in some kind of time warp, you know that today marks the culmination of 10 years of debate, as all of Earth awaits the arrival of the alien delegate from the symbiotry of peaceful beings. Their goal? To welcome the entire human race into their interplanetary alliance of sentient beings. Our Megan Love is at the Capitol building right now with a live update. Megan, can you hear me?
I'm right here, thanks, Johnny. 10 years ago today, Earth was visited by a race of aliens who called themselves the Sorolans. They told us that they were here to invite us into an alliance, which they called the Symbiotry of Peaceful Beings. The purpose of this alliance, they said, is simply to share knowledge and culture with other alien races. They then left after saying they would give us exactly 10 years to deliberate their proposal. Today is the day of their return. All along the streets of Caldoria and here in the Capitol building, it's amazing, Johnny. There are thousands of people gathered, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Sorolan delegate as the procession heads this way. We've heard various rumors that a fleet of ships have already been detected on long-range radar and should soon be arriving. And with each new rumor, the excitement here seems to grow tenfold. Back to you at the studio, Johnny.
Thank you, Megan Love. This morning's broadcast was brought to you by Future Cola, the choice of a peaceful generation. I'm Johnny Ego, and you're listening to the mellow sounds of WKIM Too Big.
I'm on vacation. I won't be back for...
2 weeks, 5 days, 6 hours.
Thank you.
Come in. Psych. Gotcha. It's just a recording. Anyway, I checked out this morning, Caldori time about 6 o'clock. Went for a White Sands jog in Tahiti. Be back in a while.
I'm not home right now. Susie, if this is you, meet me down by the Capitol building. I got an absolutely torg spot to watch the procession.
Second floor. Third floor. Fourth floor. Roof access. Fourth floor. First floor.
This unit is vacant. This unit is vacant. Welcome to Caldoria Heights Apartments, the best view of Caldoria. While here, please feel free to visit our rooftop observatory. Located directly across from the Capitol building in Sector 3, Caldoria Heights plays host to a number of luxurious accommodations. Our 15 units offer ample living space and the very best views of the city. Aluminized steel plumbing and titanium bathroom fixtures are standard. And topping off this list of distinctive features is a high-res 4D Environ system built into each and every living room. Designed for metro properties by Marco Giappitti, Caldoria Heights offers comfortable accommodations in an attractive environment.
Global Transporter Caldoria Heights Apartments, Sector 3. Searching for open transport route now. Route accessed. Upon entering, transport card will be required. Thank you for using Global Transport. Foreign organism detected in transport. Please hold for tracking and sterilization process. Foreign element eliminated. Please insert your global transport card now. Choose a destination. Preparing destination transporter. Recording passengers' organic substratum. Prepare for molecular disintegration. Completing molecular reintegration. Thank you for using Global Transport. Global Transporter vacant. Verification of cranial contour scan. Verification of central cortex scan. Scanning for biotech implant. ID scan confirmed. Welcome, Agent 5. Your fourth late arrival has been verified and logged. Please report at once to the command center. mandatory review session scheduled. Activate upper left monitor.
The Particle Accelerating Space-Time Transporter version 1, otherwise known as Pegasus, was the brainchild of part-time historian, full-time physicist Elliot Sinclair. In 2311, after seeing Sinclair's time-bending experiments, the government contracted him to build a full-scale operational time machine. The purpose of this device was to explore our past, as well as to discover the truth behind many disputed historical events. Just 4 years after the project was begun, the world's first time machine underwent its first test run. However, due to mounting concerns by individuals who believed that the machine would be used not only to explore history, but also to alter it, the test run would be the first and last time that the machine would be used for research purposes. The project was discontinued, and Sinclair was forbidden to ever work on time distortion projects again. Time travel now being a reality, the government secretly set up the Temporal Security Annex as a means to safeguard history from sabotage. You, the members of the Temporal Protectorate, are among the very few who know of its existence. The simplest analogy for the theory of time travel is that of a tunnel in time. When someone travels through time, a tunnel is created which originates when travel is begun and ends when the traveler lands. If some event in the past is altered, theory states a rip occurs in the fabric of time, which gives rise to a temporal chain reaction. This chain reaction takes the form of a reality distortion wave and could take anywhere from a few seconds to several hours to reach the present. Of those who aren't uncreated when the distortion wave hits, many will suddenly have a new life, and the past as we know it will cease to exist. Traveling back in time before the distortion wave hits, though, allows an agent to jump over the distortion wave and escape its effects. So as a member of the Temporal Protectorate, you alone will have the ability to jump back in time and prevent the corruption from ever happening. And to ensure that it doesn't happen again, you'll have to discover the source of this disruption and bring it to a halt. In the event that it becomes necessary to restore the proper course of history, the procedure is as follows. As quickly as possible, get to the ready room and use the bio-support suit generator. The bio-support suit is an indispensable element of the time travel process and is essential for your protection. Next, get your assigned mapping and Pegasus biochips and the Journeyman key from the cabinet next to the bio-suit generator. The Pegasus biochip is your link to Pegasus. It is what allows you to be pulled back to the present at the touch of a button. After you're outfitted for travel, but before the reality distortion wave reaches the present, you must jump to the year 200 million BC. Upon arriving there, use the Journeyman key to open the storage vault and obtain the Journeyman historical log. Since it exists at a point in time previous to any likely temporal changes, this disk serves as a source of unaltered historical information. To discover how history has been changed, head back to the Temporal Security Annex and insert the Journeyman disk into the computer. It will be cross-referenced with the historical log, which was left behind to be altered by the reality distortion wave. Knowing how, when, and where the past was changed should give you the information you need to restore the proper flow of history. A word of caution, though. Time is very sensitive to change. In order to keep from altering history worse than it already has been, Try to solve the problems you encounter without changing anything. As a rule, a temporal protectorate agent should never interfere with any events of the past. Never leave anything behind that came from a different time. Never remove any historically important objects from a time zone. And above all else, an agent should never interact with beings from another time zone.
Warning. Temporal bit detected. Alert status Alpha. Temporal distortion imminent. Agent 5, proceed to ready room. Mesomorphic. Infrascanning exact body dimensions. Configuring biosupports parameters. Stand by for bioencapsulation. Insert log disk.
appears ready to agree to terms of the worldwide unification treaty being set forth by the United Nations. However, at least one terrorist faction disagrees with the terms of the plan and expresses its agreement by taking hostages, many of which are American. Nevertheless, it appears that the worldwide unification treaty will be signed by Pakistan and all other nations of the plan. Appears ready to agree to terms of the worldwide unification treaty being set forth by the United Nations. However, at least one terrorist faction disagrees with the terms of the plan and expresses its agreement by taking hostages, many of which are American. Nevertheless, it appears that the worldwide unification treaty will be signed by Pakistan and all other nations of the plan. Appears ready to agree to terms of the worldwide unification treaty being set forth by
May 15, 2112. The government of Gorbistan appears ready to agree to the terms of the Worldwide Unification Treaty being set forth by the United Nations. However, at least one terrorist faction disagrees with the terms of the plan and has expressed this disagreement by taking hostages, many of which are American. Nevertheless, it appears that the Worldwide Unification Treaty will be signed by Gorbistan and all other nations of the world. 5/15/2112, 1400 hours. Amid negotiations to work out the final details of the Worldwide Unification Treaty, a nuclear missile was launched today by the United States toward the country of Gorbistan. The missile, however, self-destructed before actually touching down. Before the scare, the leaders of this country appeared ready to accept the terms of the peace plan. Certain terrorist factions, on the other hand, expressed their disapproval by taking hostages, some American. Although U.S. government officials have repeatedly stated that they do not understand how the missile could have been launched, other foreign governments have already said that they cannot possibly sign a treaty with a country that would use such scare tactics. Thus, the Worldwide Unification Treaty, which has come so close to realization, now has little or no chance for success. August 3, 2185. Early today, the pilot of a cargo shuttle approaching the Morimoto Mars colony spotted an unidentified spacecraft hovering over the colony. The sighting was verified by landing bay scanners and immediately reported to Earth. Soon after, the ship sped off toward the outer reaches of the solar system. H3-2185, 0800 hours. Morimoto Corporation's Mars Colony project suddenly went offline last night, just moments after a reported sighting of an alien spacecraft. While it is still unclear what has happened, debris has been spotted by long-range scanners, leading many to believe that the colony was destroyed by a malevolent alien race. Repeated efforts to contact the colony have met with no success. If the colony was destroyed, it is likely that all members of the 30-person crew appointed to oversee the construction robots have also perished. January 17, 2310. A rally was held today at the World Science Center to discuss whether or not we are ready for interaction with alien races. One speaker, Dr. Enrique Castillo, delivered a particularly moving speech. Dr. Castillo embarrassed the naysayers by systematically shooting down their arguments and thrilled the audience with visions of medical and technological advances which could be gained by such interaction. Although there were strong keynote speeches on both sides of the argument, most of the crowd appeared to be in favor of alien contact. One 17-23-10, 1700 hours. A bizarre accident during a rally to deliberate the pros and cons of alien contact left a man dead earlier today. Dr. Enrique Castillo was pronounced dead on arrival at the Sydney Medical Complex after a freak accident on stage at the World Science Center. Dr. Castillo was one of the few at the rally who still believed that contact with an alien race would be beneficial to humanity. Although his views were not mainstream, Dr. Castillo's contributions to the pro-alien movement will be greatly missed. November 6, 2308. More than a century after the first recorded sighting of a UFO, aliens have finally made contact with us. Early this morning, a huge triangular-shaped vehicle entered into Earth's orbit. After 3 hours, the spacecraft came through the atmosphere and hovered over Caldoria. Moments later, the following message was transmitted over all communications frequencies.
We are the Sorolans. Please do not be alarmed. We have come because we feel that you are ready. You have reached the point where you are no longer dangerous to yourselves or others. This is why we have chosen to invite you to join us in the symbiotry of peaceful beings, an alliance of sentient beings whose objective is to benefit from the sharing of knowledge and culture. We know that it will take some time to fully comprehend the nature of this encounter, so we will give you the opportunity to deliberate our proposal. On this same day, 10 years from now, us Roland Delegate will visit you to extend a formal invitation to join the symbiotry. Until then, we look forward to meeting you in person.
And as suddenly as they had appeared, the Sorolans departed. (11/6/2308), 2300 hours. Today, 123 years after the first official UFO encounter, an alien spacecraft entered Earth's orbit. After several hours of silence and mounting tension, the aliens transmitted the following message over all communications frequencies. We will return when you are ready. While no one is quite sure what this message means, many people have voiced concern about interacting with a potentially dangerous alien race.